Monday marked former UN Ambassador John Bolton's first official day as President Trump's national security advisor. Bolton replaced General H.R. McMaster and inherits a wide range of national security issues. The president welcomed his newest advisor Monday evening.
I think he's going to be a fantastic representative of our team. He's highly respected by everybody in this room. And, John, I want to thank you very much. This is going to be a lot of work. Interesting day. He picked today as his first day. So, generals, I think he picked the right day.
CBS News State Department reporter Kylie Atwood joins me now from the Cypher Brief Threat Conference, a gathering of current and former intel officials focused on cyber threats. That's in Sea Island, Georgia. All right, so Kylie, John Bolton has a reputation as a foreign policy hawk. As he begins his new role as national security advisor, what are the main concerns that some people have about Bolton?
Right, so Elaine, as you said earlier, it's his first day on the job, but there is a lot of anticipation about what it means to have John Bolton in the White House as the national security advisor because he is such a hawk. And so we are here in Sea Island with current and former intelligence officials who have worked with Bolton in the past. And it's an opportunity to ask them what they think he's like, not just what he's saying and what he's writing and what he's put out, but what they actually think from their experience working with him he might do. So, for example, North Korea is one of the issues that is a hot topic right now at the White House that they're going to have to make some decisions on in the coming months. So the White House says that there will be a Trump-Kim Jong-un summit in May or June. But Bolton has written that it would be legitimate for the U.S. to respond to North Korea's buildup of their nuclear program with a preemptive strike, with a military strike. And he said that U.S.-North Korea talks would not be fruitful. So we spoke with Mary Beth Long, and she is a former top official at the Department of Defense, and she's worked with Bolton in the past. And I said, based on what he said, do you think that he is going to derail the Trump-Kim Jong-un summit that everyone is talking about? So let's have a listen at what she had to tell to us.
No, and I think that's hyperbole and hand-waving and hand-wringing. Anybody who knows Ambassador Bolton, and in fact anybody who has watched this president, knows that we have not walked away from the table in any of our international obligations as far as negotiations, as far as trying to reach a non-kinetic, a non-military solution to problems that we have, and to make assumptions regarding this national security advisor. I think that's saber rattling in a way that is just not necessary at this point. Let's give the guy a chance.
You know, the notion, though, of saber rattling comes because of Bolton's own statements, which he has proclaimed, as you well know, quite loudly.
Exactly. Right. I mean, he has said, you're precisely right, that he wants a preemptive strike, that these talks wouldn't be the best idea. They wouldn't provide the results that he wants to see. But Mary Beth pointed out that Bolton coming into the White House is also going to mean that the White House considers a military strike against North Korea alongside these possible talks, right? And so she said that in the past, for decades, the U.S. has not been able to change the calculus of North Korea. They have grown even more able in their nuclear program. And so by keeping a strike on the table alongside these talks, she believes that Bolton will actually have a positive impact at the White House, and maybe they'll be able to get some forward movement in areas that former administrations, many administrations, haven't been able to.
Well, beyond proposed talks, what other possible actions could the U.S. take towards North Korea now that Bolton has joined the administration?
Right. So the U.S. is engaged in what they are deeming the biggest sanctions and pressure, maximum pressure campaign that they have ever carried out. So they're encouraging, other nations to cut off their trade with North Korea and to isolate the country diplomatically. But the U.S. in terms of, actual action that they could take militarily, could carry out a limited strike. And what that would look like, Mary Beth explained it to us as if they are possibly launching a Scud missile, something bigger than a Scud missile, onto a missile launching site, the U.S. would possibly take that out if it were going to become an imminent threat to the U.S. And that would leave a signal that the U.S. is not worried to use, that the Trump administration is not worried to use military action here. So those are things that are on the table at this point, even as the White House is pressing for these Trump-Kim Jong-un talks to happen.
All right, still a lot of open questions. Kylie Atwood for us from Sea Island, Georgia. Kylie, thanks very much.